Masjid Quba Medina Mosque, the first mosque in Islam, untold history. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, we embark on a spiritual journey to Masjid Quba, the first mosque in the world, built by our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the blessed city of Medina. Discover the beauty and history of Masjid Quba, the first mosque in Islam, built with devotion by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the blessed city of Madinah Al Munawwarah. Experience the spiritual significance, timeless faith, and powerful legacy that continues to inspire millions of believers around the world. Thumbs up, like, speech balloon, comment, repeat button, share, bell, subscribe for more Islamic history and spiritual journeys. Masjid Quba is not only a historical landmark, it is a symbol of faith, devotion, and unity. As we approach the mosque from the outside, the first thing that captures your attention is its serene white walls, beautifully accented with green domes that glisten under the Arabian sun. Driving through Medina roads. As the sun rises over the blessed city of Al-Madinah, we begin our journey towards one of the most sacred and historically significant sites in Islam, Masjid al-Quba. Every road we travel, every street we pass, is filled with stories of the Prophet and the companions who walked these paths centuries ago. Look around, the city hums with life, yet each moment here is a reminder to slow down, reflect, and connect with Allah in our hearts. Traveling through these streets, we are reminded that every step we take can be an act of worship if our intentions are pure. Approaching Masjid al-Quba. As we approach Masjid al-Quba, notice the calm and tranquility that surrounds this blessed place. This mosque is not just a structure of bricks and stone, it is a sanctuary, a symbol of faith, patience, and devotion. It was established by the Prophet Muhammad himself upon his migration from Mecca to Medina. He said, "Whoever purifies himself and prays in Quba, it is as if he has performed Umrah." Reflect upon this, the simple act of walking to the mosque, performing ablution, and offering prayers can erase sins and elevate our souls. The roads that lead here have carried the footsteps of angels and believers alike, and today, we are blessed to walk them in the light of remembrance. Exterior shots of Masjid al-Quba. Notice the elegant white walls and the peaceful courtyard. Every corner of this mosque tells a story. When the Prophet arrived here, he encouraged the companions to build it with their own hands, teaching us the essence of collaboration, community, and humility. Let us remember, dear viewers, that the most beloved deeds to Allah are often simple acts of devotion done consistently. Just as the companions built Masjid al-Quba with sincerity, we too can build our lives with acts of goodness, however small. Walking around the courtyard. As we walk through the courtyard, imagine the Prophet walking here, greeting his companions, teaching lessons of mercy, patience, and steadfastness. Every step here is a reminder to reflect on our intentions. Are our actions aligned with faith? Are we spreading kindness, justice, and compassion in our daily lives? Masjid al-Quba is also a reminder that the journey of faith requires perseverance. The Prophet did not find the migration easy, nor was the establishment of the mosque free of effort. Yet, with patience, trust in Allah, and sincerity, he left a legacy that continues to inspire Muslims around the world. Close-up of mosque entrance and minarets. Look at the minarets standing tall against the sky, calling believers to prayer. Each call to prayer resonates through the hearts of those nearby, reminding us to pause, reflect, and reconnect with our Creator. In the rush of life, it is easy to forget the importance of prayer, yet here, every sound, every breeze, carries the whisper of devotion. Remember that salah, prayer, is a shield, a source of comfort, and a path to forgiveness. The roads to Masjid al-Quba remind us that no effort for the sake of Allah is ever wasted. Walking here, praying here, reflecting here, all these acts multiply in blessings beyond imagination. Historical narration and reflections. This mosque was built in 622 CE, making it the first mosque in the history of Islam. It witnessed the earliest days of the Prophet's mission in Medina, the planning of a new community based on justice, mercy, and the remembrance of Allah. Imagine the Prophet and his companions gathering here, performing their prayers with hearts full of hope and trust in Allah's promise. The mosque served not only as a place of worship but also as a center for guidance, teaching, and unity. It teaches us that our homes and communities must also be centers of knowledge, kindness, and spiritual growth. Road Reflections. As we leave the mosque and travel back along the roads of Medina, let us carry this reminder with us, that every step, every road, every journey can be an act of remembrance. The Prophet demonstrated that faith is not limited to rituals, it is reflected in how we walk through the world, how we treat others, and how we remain steadfast in our devotion. Let these roads remind us to make time for prayer, for reflection, and for good deeds. Just as the companions traveled these paths to build Masjid Quba, let us travel our paths with purpose, striving for Allah's pleasure in all that we do. Sunset over Medina. As the day ends and the sun sets over the blessed city, we reflect on the journey we have taken today. Masjid Quba stands as a beacon of faith, resilience, and mercy. Its walls remind us of the importance of sincerity, humility, and the endless rewards of devotion. May Allah guide our steps, purify our hearts, and allow us to follow in the footsteps of His beloved Prophet. May we find peace in our prayers, strength in our faith, and joy in spreading goodness in every corner of our lives. Final reminder for viewers. As you go about your daily life, remember, the smallest acts done with sincerity and never wasted. Whether it is visiting a mosque, helping a neighbor, or simply offering a prayer in secret, these are the deeds that light the path to Jannah. Let the journey to Masjid Quba inspire us to live a life of devotion, reflection, and mercy. Subscribe, share, and reflect. May this journey bring you closer to Allah, just as the Prophet guided his companions through these blessed roads. Through the first mosque in Islam, the blessed Masjid Quba, located in the sacred city of Madinah Al Munawwarah. Masjid Quba is not only a historical landmark, it is a symbol of faith, devotion, and unity. As we approach the mosque from the outside, the first thing that captures your attention is its serene white walls, beautifully accented with green domes that glisten under the Arabian sun. This mosque was first built by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, upon his arrival during the historic Hijrah, the migration from Mecca to Medina. He personally took part in laying its foundation alongside his companions, exemplifying the spirit of humility and leadership. Outside, the courtyard stretches wide, offering space for worshippers, travelers, and visitors. Palm trees gently sway with the wind,
বহুবার সংস্কার ও সম্প্রসারণ করা হয়েছে। আধুনিক সৌদি আমলেও এটি ব্যাপকভাবে সম্প্রসারিত হয়েছে এবং
The entrance gates are magnificent, a blend of Islamic architectural elegance and simplicity.
আধুনিক সৌদি আমলেও ব্যাপকভাবে সম্প্রসারিত করা হয়েছে এবং আজও এটি একটি বৃহৎ সুন্দর সুপরিচালিত মসজিদ। আজও মসজিদুল কুবা মুসলমানদের জন্য ঈমান ও তাকওয়া ইসলামের শুরুর ইতিহাসের এক জীবন্ত নিদর্শন। আপনারা আমার ভিডিওটি যদি দেখে থাকেন শুরু থেকে শেষ পর্যন্ত দেখবেন। আমি
Islamic history and spiritual journeys. Courtyard and surrounding areas. Stepping into the courtyard, you notice the spacious open areas where early Muslims would gather, pray, and learn from one another. This was not just a mosque, it was the first community center of Islam, where the Prophet encouraged unity, charity, and the teachings of Islam. Outside the mosque, you can see small gardens and pathways that are well maintained, providing space for reflection and contemplation. Historically, the courtyard served as a gathering place for the companions during daily prayers and for teaching purposes. A key historical point is that every step in this courtyard reminds visitors of the Hijrah journey, the migration that changed the course of Islamic history. Pilgrims often perform sunnah prayers in this courtyard, following the footsteps of the Prophet himself. Architectural details. Masjid Quba has been renovated and expanded several times throughout history. Despite the expansions, it has retained its original spiritual aura. Notice the arches and minarets, designed in traditional Islamic style, allowing soft breezes to flow through the mosque while offering shade for worshippers. The mosque features a combination of white marble floors and decorative mosaic walls. Each minaret reaches toward the sky, symbolizing a connection between earth and heaven, reminding worshippers of the divine presence. The domes are particularly stunning, painted in soft green, representing peace and tranquility. They serve as visual markers that can be seen from afar, guiding pilgrims to the mosque. Closing, reflective and emotional ending. As we step out of Masjid Quba, the sun gently sets over the minarets, casting long shadows across the courtyard. You can almost imagine the Prophet walking here, teaching, praying, and guiding his companions. Masjid Quba is more than a structure of stone and marble, it is a beacon of hope, faith, and devotion. Its story continues to inspire Muslims around the world to follow the path of righteousness and connect with Allah in sincerity and humility. So whether you are a pilgrim or a visitor watching this video, Masjid Quba invites your heart to peace, reflection, and spiritual awakening. Thank you for joining this journey through one of Islam's most sacred and historical sites. May Allah bless your hearts and guide your footsteps. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Masjid Quba stands as a living monument of faith and devotion. Its very foundation carries the story of the Hijrah, the migration from Mecca to Medina, a journey that changed the course of history. The mosque is located a few kilometers from the Prophet's mosque, in a tranquil area surrounded by palm trees and open skies. Visitors often remark on the feeling of serenity that washes over them even before stepping inside. From the outside, the mosque's whitewashed walls shine under the sun. The green domes and slender minarets reach gracefully into the sky, a timeless invitation to worship and reflection. The courtyard and surrounding atmosphere. The courtyard of Masjid Quba is vast and welcoming. Historically, this was a place where early Muslims gathered to pray, learn, and discuss matters of faith. The open space allowed for community cohesion and emphasized the spirit of equality in Islam. Today, the courtyard is meticulously maintained, with paved walkways, lush palm trees, and small gardens. Pilgrims walk barefoot across the grounds, reciting du'as, feeling a connection to the Prophet and the companions who walked the same path centuries ago. The gates are adorned with intricate geometric and floral Islamic patterns, a reminder of the beauty and precision of Islamic art. Each archway tells a story of devotion, craftsmanship, and the spiritual importance of the mosque. Symbolism. Masjid Quba's architecture is a blend of simplicity and elegance, symbolic of Islamic humility. The mosque has been renovated over centuries while retaining its original charm. Minarets, tall, slender, and elegant, they call worshippers to prayer and symbolize the connection between heaven and earth. Domes, painted green, the domes are a sign of peace and spiritual renewal. Walls and arches, decorated with mosaics and calligraphy, each corner whispers the history of devotion. The mosque's symmetrical layout allows for harmony and flow, making it easy for worshippers to focus on prayer and reflection. Even the simplest stone wall carries centuries of reverence. فامنح فؤادي الإطمئنان نور القلوب يا رب اغمر حياتي بالسكينة واجعل خطاي على الهدى حتى أراك على المدينة. And historical significance. Masjid Quba is a living testament to faith, unity, and perseverance. According to authentic hadith, performing 2 rakas of prayer here carries the reward of an umrah. This makes it a place of spiritual rejuvenation and deep reflection for Muslims worldwide. The mosque was the first community center in Islam, where the Prophet, peace be upon him, encouraged learning, cooperation, and mutual support. Today, the mosque continues this legacy, welcoming pilgrims who seek both spiritual connection and historical insight. Every step inside, every stone, every archway, tells a story of sacrifice, devotion, and unwavering faith in Allah. Outside Masjid Quba, you will see people from all over the world. Some walk barefoot, others sit quietly under the shade of palm trees, reflecting on the Prophet's journey. Families, students, scholars, all drawn by the spiritual power of this historic mosque. Guides often narrate stories of the companions, describing how the mosque served as a center for prayer, education, and community support. Visitors often leave with hearts filled with humility, peace, and inspiration. Even the smallest details, from the patterns on the doors to the gentle sway of trees in the courtyard, carry deep spiritual significance.
في صمت ليل هادئ أدعو.
Inside of Masjid Quba. Stepping inside Masjid Quba is like entering a sanctuary of peace, reflection, and devotion. The air is calm and filled with spiritual energy. The main prayer hall is wide and open, with rows upon rows of prayer rugs carefully arranged. The mihrab, the niche indicating the direction of the Kaaba in Mecca, is simple yet elegant. Historically, this is where the Prophet himself led prayers, teaching his companions the importance of direction in worship. The ceilings feature intricate Islamic calligraphy, including verses from the Quran, which inspire worshippers to reflect on faith, mercy, and gratitude. Light flows through beautifully designed arched windows, creating patterns on the polished marble floors. In addition, there are separate sections for men and women, maintaining modesty while encouraging spiritual focus. Visitors often feel a sense of inner peace as they walk softly across the sacred space. Spiritual significance: Masjid Quba is not just historically significant, it holds profound spiritual reward. It is mentioned in authentic hadith that performing 2 rakas here carries the reward of an umrah. This makes the mosque a destination for pilgrims seeking both spiritual enlightenment and historical connection. Every stone, every arch, every pillar reflects the devotion of the Prophet and the early Muslim community. Worshippers often pause to make dua, asking Allah to guide their hearts as He guided the hearts of the first believers. The mosque serves as a living reminder of Islamic unity, faith, and humility. Generations have walked these grounds, prayed here, and sought solace in Allah's presence. Mosque discover the beauty and history of Masjid Quba, the first mosque in Islam, built with devotion by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the blessed city of Madinah Al Munawwarah. Experience the spiritual significance, timeless faith, and powerful legacy that continues to inspire millions of believers around the world. Thumbs up, like, speech balloon, comment, repeat button, share, bell, subscribe for more Islamic history and spiritual journeys. We step inside the sacred halls of Masjid Quba. The air is filled with serenity and devotion. The musalli, adorned with soft carpets and gentle lighting, invites every soul to humble themselves before Allah. Here, the faithful bow, prostrate, and whisper their heart's secrets, feeling a closeness that words cannot capture. Each prayer offered resonates within these walls, carrying centuries of faith and blessings. The quiet murmur of dhikr blends with the subtle scent of incense, creating an atmosphere of peace. Standing shoulder to shoulder, believers experience unity and equality, reminded that in the sight of Allah, all hearts are one. Every rakah performed here is more than a ritual, it is a journey of the soul, a chance to cleanse the heart, seek forgiveness, and offer gratitude. As we reflect on the Prophet's footsteps that once graced this very floor, let our prayers today connect us to that timeless devotion and inspire a life of steadfast faith. Masjid Quba is not just a mosque, it is a symbol of faith, sacrifice, and the beginning of Islamic civilization. Thumbs up, like, speech balloon, comment, repeat button, share, bell, subscribe for more Islamic history and spiritual journeys. Thanks for watching.